I had only come with my parents to
I
freeload
never
a meal
expected to stumble onto
and
the stage.
end up engaged to a female
Xiao Yan,
CEO. Come to the hotel with us tomorrow
The
noon.
female CEO of the Shen family
Got
is
it.
holding an
Where
engagement
received
ceremony.
that message?
I was sitting at my high-end computer playing games.
At that moment,
that I would
all
not
I
have
was
to cook for
thinking
myself
was,
at noon
I
the
never
next day.
expected
This would completely rewrite the rest of my
Early
life.
the next
I
morning,
rode with my parents to the hotel.
after walking into
I
the
watched
banquet
my
hall,
parents'
great business
as I said
partners
hello,
one by one.
I felt no emotion
I
at
also
all.
have an older brother
Inheriting the
above
family
me.
business was not my
So
turn.
I usually lived a carefree,
Ever since I
idle
was
life.
born, my parents gave me 1% of the company
Now
shares.
all my income comes from shared
I have
dividends.
never been extravagant.
Apart from daily expenses and money
saved
spent
everything
on
else.
hobbies. By now, I have saved nearly
Even
10
if I were
million.
kicked out of the house now,
That money would be enough for me to live
Xiao
peacefully
Yan,
for life.
come here.
Mother waved at me.
I quickly walked over.
This is San, Xu Yan. Hello, uncle and auntie.
After a simple greeting,
I stood quietly behind my
and
parents.
said nothing more.
The networking small talk went on for
I found
over
it
10
really
minutes.
boring.
So I used the restroom
and
as an
slipped
excuse.
away from the crowd.
After taking care of my business, I planned to wander around nearby, but suddenly heard an auntie on the phone. What? Lu Hanchuan ran off to pick up that
I told you
woman.
back then not to let Xiao Yan
But
marry
you just
him.
would not listen.
What do we do now? From her tone, I knew she had run into real trouble.
I planned to leave before she
Then
noticed
go back
me.
and wait for the meal.
Young man, wait. Please help auntie with something. Auntie, I have something urgent. My parents are still waiting for me.
It is fine. It will only take 2 minutes.
Come with me. Before I could refuse,
She grabbed my hand and led me straight backstage.
Young man, what is your name?
Do you have a girlfriend?
My name is Su Yan, and I have never dated
To
anyone.
be honest,
I had always been
ordinary
an
person
person at
even
school.
to my roommates.
I never revealed that my family ran
Then
a
this
company.
is perfect.
Auntie happens to need your help with something.
What exactly is it? You will understand when you come with me.
Come on. Auntie let me beep her backstage again. Xiao Yan, go to the changing room and put this outfit on.
Call me when you are done.
I was full of confusion, but only thought it was
Or some
a
errand for
temporary
auntie.
best
I
man
changed
job.
quickly.
Then I looked in the mirror and actually looked especially sharp.
Auntie, I am done.
I pushed open the door. Outside, besides that auntie
There
from
also
before,
stood
a serious
imposing
looking uncle. You are Xu Yan? Yes. His presence was intimidating.
And I suddenly became a
Do
little
not lose
stiff.
focus when you go on stage.
Okay.
Greet her.
Louder.
Okay.
I was unconsciously carried along by his
then
aura.
I stayed backstage.
I kept thinking
waiting
I was
to go
only
on
going on as a host.
until the host's voice rang
Please welcome
out.
the groom onto the
Xiao
stage.
Yan, why are you still standing
Hurry up
there?
and go on
The
stage.
auntie beside me urged me
And
at
just like
once.
that,
I walked onto the
the
stage
stage room
in utter
still
confusion.
had not
On the huge
appeared.
stage, only the host and I
I
remained.
stood there dumbly. I did not hear a single word the host said after that.
My mind went completely blank. As the groom, who was I getting engaged
I
to?
noticed quite a few
Whispering
people below
about
the
me,
stage.
but no one exposed it on
Then
the
I
spot.
looked
Toward my parents'
Their
table.
faces were also filled with
But in
shock.
the end, they did not make a
I
scene.
thought to myself, once we got home, I was definitely in
Just
for a
when I was
scolding.
at a loss, that imposing uncle led
A girl in a pure white wedding dress
the
onto
first
the
time
stage.
I saw
I
her,
only
only felt that this girl was truly beautiful. But the next second,
I completely panicked.
Uncle gently placed
Into
the
my
bride's
palm.
hand. Now, please exchange the engagement rings.
Rings?
For a moment, I failed to
Only
react.
when I
turned did I see Miss Lee
I picked
holding
up the
the
tray.
women's ring and gently lifted the bride's hand.
Which finger was the ring supposed to go
I
on?
was so nervous that
After
I forgot
all,
the
this
rule.
was
my first engagement
I had
ceremony.
absolutely
It
no
was not until
experience.
the ring
She-
on my left ring finger first that I came back to myself.
Then I carefully put the
on
ring.
her ring finger. Next, please complete the vow kiss. What? We had to kiss too?
This was way too awkward.
But she had already closed her eyes and was
I
waiting
could not just
quietly.
leave her hanging like
So
that.
helplessly, I slowly leaned closer.
Just as our lips were about to touch,
The banquet hall doors were suddenly
I
pushed
am
open.
here.
A strange man in a white suit barged
Everyone's
in. eyes instantly
On him.
gathered.
Mine were no exception.
This guy really had no sense
Could he
of
not
timing.
see the ceremony had already reached this
Security,
point?
throw him out for me.
Uncle
picked up the host's microphone and
Several
shouted
security
sternly,
guards
immediately
and dragged
stepped
that man
forward.
out.
Uncle's voice was truly booming.
It
rang beside my ears, and
The
was
microphone
especially
was
handed
handling.
back
That
to
was
the
just
host.
a minor accident.
As the saying goes. Now,
Good things
please
take
let the
time.
couple continue the vow kiss.
With just a few words, The host smoothed over
I
the
slowly
interruption
leaned toward her
the
again.
moment our lips touched.
I only felt that her lips were
incredibly
a
soft.
faint fragrance.
I do not know how long
Before
passed.
I slowly pulled
a
away.
bit of reluctance actually
Oh
rose
no,
in my heart.
I think I have really fallen
Since
for
things
her.
had already
I
come
could
to
only
this.
take it one step at
After
a time.
the ceremony
We
ended,
stepped off the stage
the cups
and toasted
used for the
table by
toast
table.
probably held
They tasted
plain
like
water.
nothing at all.
Uncle took the bride and me to toast
When we reached
everyone
my
one by
parents'
one.
table,
Do not even mention how embarrassed
it was not
I
like I
looked.
could tell my parents I came for a meal and somehow brought back a fiancé. Next came the toasting process according to
After
the
being
schedule.
dragged
I
around
did
for
not
most of the
even get
night.
a bite of hot
After
food.
every procedure was
I
finally
returned
finished,
backstage to rest.
unexpectedly,
Uncle
I saw
and
my
auntie
parents
all there, as well as an
around
unfamiliar
40
couple.
or 50
They
years
kept
old.
apologizing to uncle and auntie.
Mom,
Dad, why are you
we
here
should
too?
be asking you that.
You only went to the restroom.
How did you end up on someone else's engagement
Mother was
stage?
the first to question me.
Dear in-laws, please
It really
do not
is all
get
my
upset.
fault. I was the one who decided to pull Xiao Yan
Auntie
onto the
quickly
stage
spoke
to
up
help.
to
The
smooth
mother's
things
face
over.
still carried anger.
You child,
Such a big matter, and you did
even
not
sending a
discuss it
message
with me
would
at all.
time matter.
I thought I was
Or
only
the best man.
temporarily
I did not
acting
think it
as
was
the
a big
host,
deal.
so I did not say
Enough.
much.
This matter ends here.
Uncle suddenly darkened his
His
expression.
tone carried
All
anger.
of this was caused by your son.
If he had not insisted
Had
on
Shu
going
went,
to the airport
we would not
to
have
pick
ended up so
that
embarrassed.
is right. The engagement date was set a month
Yet
ago.
that Zhou Wan chose today
Does he
of
really
all
think
days
our
is someone
Xiao
he can
Yan
casually brush aside?
Auntie, who had been gentle
Also
and
became
graceful just
agitated
now in
we
her
really
words.
did not mean that.
Do not call me an in-law anymore. From now on, the past friendship between our families
Leave on
is
your own now.
completely over.
Otherwise, I will have the bodyguards
After hearing
escort you
this,
out.
the couple could only turn and
Before
leave in
leaving,
disgrace.
they even
My
glared
parents and I stood
fiercely
aside
at me.
watching the two sides argue.
We did not interrupt the
I
whole
am truly
time.
sorry.
You all had to witness such a
Auntie,
scene.
who had been an emotional
Instantly
moments ago,
regained the poise of a wealthy
Mother
lady.
finally reacted at this
With a
point.
serious expression,
She said,
what exactly do you
was
mean
my
by
son
that?
just a backup you found?
Not at all.
Then what exactly is going on?
Your Shen family may be
But
powerful
my son
and
was
prominent.
also raised with great
He is
care
definitely
not someone
If
you
this
can
was
use
really
at
a
will.
sin,
Then even if I must use
I
all
will
my
never
strength,
swallow this
humiliation.
As mother said
this, she was about
Father
to
and
step
I quickly
forward
reached
and
out
argue.
to hold her back.
Let us
Mom,
talk calmly.
do not be impulsive.
Look,
Exactly.
Xiao Yan has
Do
not
not
said
stop
much
me.
either.
I
want to see what the Shen family is really
Sister-in-law,
You really misunderstood. I sincerely want the two children to try
and live a
spending
steady
time
life
together
Is
in the
that
future.
really true?
Let me slowly explain it to you, all right? After that, Auntie explained the complicated
From
reasons
beginning to
behind
end,
everything.
it
turned out Uncle had an old
That man
comrade
had
in
once
arms
saved his
in his
life.
early
Later,
years. After Uncle
he
became
arranged a
successful in
childhood
business,
betrothal
but
between
the
the
groom
two
originally
families.
chosen for the Shen
He had
family
always been
lover.
tangled up
After
with an
this
oath.
was discovered, out of respect for their past
engagement
friendship, was temporarily
no one
put
expected
aside that on
the
the day
chosen
of the
groom would
engagement run to the airport to
with
see off his
absolutely
old
no
friend.
other
Temporarily found me. Look, Shu Yan has a clean family background. He has never dated
He is
anyone.
also a top university
He does
student.
not smoke
He has
or
no
drink
bad habits at
He is
all.
also very healthy. When he was a child, he even
also
acted
has a
bravely
profitable
for
self
just
media
cause.
account
Why not
under
let the
his
two
name?
children try getting along? If they are compatible with each
They
other,
can officially
what
be
do you
together.
think? I was secretly shocked. In just a few short hours,
The other
side had investigated my
Even
background
old
clearly.
matters like my childhood
and my
act of
self-media
bravery
account had been
as
dug
expected.
up. The connections and
Yuqian,
abilities of
look,
wealthy
their family
families
is also
cannot be
reasonable.
underestimated. Why not let the
Estimated.
two children try getting along? Besides, the two children have already kissed in front of everyone.
If they back out now, the impact would
Mother
not be
thought
good.
for a moment and nodded. What you said does make sense.
Fine. Then let the two children try spending time
Great.
together.
Great. Congrats
Xiao
to your
Yan.
father-in-law and mother-in-law.
Only
then did I notice that the bride had already
Hello,
walked
father-in-law
in. And mother-in-law.
Hello,
My
dear.
mother's attitude changed instantly.
I sighed
secretly
A
in
woman's
my
heart
really can change
Wait,
just like
why
that.
has nobody asked for my opinion from
Since
start
the
to
two
finish?
children are
Living
going to
together
try
is
spending
naturally
time
only
together,
right.
we have already arranged that the wedding
properly.
house has long
Why
been
not let
prepared.
Xiao
Yan and Jia Yan move
No
there
problem.
today. We will go home and pack the luggage
parents
now.
on
both sides exchanged
Then I got
contact
into the
information.
Shen
Family's car and headed to a luxurious
The bride
mansion.
was sitting beside me.
On the way, I looked up her
Shen
information. The person in charge of Shen Group. Her name sounded very
She was
pleasant. 28 this year.
3 years older than
As
me.
the old saying goes,
Marrying
That
a
could be
woman
considered a
3
good
years
omen.
older brings you go for a while. I did not know how to start
I would
talking.
find a chance later
The
to have
car
a proper
finally stopped
chat.
in front of a 3-story
The whole
detached
property
villa.
covered more than 1,000
Although my
square
family's
meters.
300
was
square
not bad
meters
either.
compared with the villa
Apartment.
in front of
It
me.
was still far inferior.
Uncle and auntie sent us
Then
here.
left
in a hurry.
I figured they still had other matters
At
to
this
handle.
moment, inside
Apart
the
from
huge
the
house,
butler on
only
duty
Shen
outside
Jiayan
the
and
door.
I were left.
I finally had the chance to
The
carefully
woman
look
who had
at
just
Jimmy.
got engaged
Online, she had a cold
but
and
now
sharp
her
aura.
cheeks were flushed
Instead,
red.
she looked like a shy young
I was
girl.
still wondering how to
When
start
she spoke
speaking.
first, that kiss at the wedding was my first kiss.
So that
It
is
was
how
my
it
first
is.
time too.
Her words came so
That
suddenly
I was caught off guard for a moment.
I could only answer casually.
After a long pause,
I finally said what was on my mind. My name is Xu Yan. About this sudden engagement.
What do you think?
I am fine either way.
After all,
with interest from my savings,
this
I can
engagement
live
does not
steadily.
matter much to me
I
to
have
begin
never
with.
dated anyone
I
either.
completely do not know what to
But
do.
since the engagement has already
Why
been
not
set,
do as my mother
and
said?
try spending time
Sure,
together.
we can use this time to get to know each other. Maybe after we spend time
I will
together.
not be worse than Lu
After
Hanchuan.
hearing this,
Shen Jiayan could
laughing,
not help.
then let us wait and
Let us see how we get along.
Right now,
The first problem to solve is where to sleep
obviously,
tonight.
we could not go back to
Which
our own
bedroom
homes
should
for
I
now.
choose?
I will stay in this
I
one.
quite like the layout of this room.
I chose the bedroom on the first
Then
floor.
I will sleep here too.
Is that not a little
What
inappropriate?
is inappropriate
We have
about it?
already held an engagement
We count as an
banquet.
engaged couple now.
Living together is perfectly
Fine.
reasonable.
If you do not mind, then
it is
there is
not
no
like
problem.
I am the one being
right?
taken advantage
As
of.
for who is taking advantage
that is
of
not
whom,
certain yet.
little brother, I looked around the furnishings in the
Everything
room.
was arranged with great
The
delicacy.
toiletries in the
Were all
bathroom,
brand new matching sets.
there was one toothpaste I had never
I
seen
took out
before.
my phone and
One
scanned
tube
it.
actually cost dozens
As
of dollars.
expected,
The life of the
it
truly
exceeded
wealthy.
imagination in
Shen
every
Jiayan
detail.
saw me stop.
She walked
and
over
stare.
and asked, "What is wrong?
Is there a problem?
This is my first time using such
What
expensive
brand
toothpaste.
do you usually use?
I will have someone keep preparing
I
it
cannot
from now
remember
on.
the
It
exact
is just
brand.
the kind sold on discount at the supermarket
Thanks to
for
her,
3 yuan a
An
tube.
ordinary
I also
person
got
like
to
me.
experience high-end
After
imported
washing
daily
up, I lay
necessities
down
today.
on the bed.
Shen Jian also lay down
She
beside
soon
me.
fell asleep.
She had no sense of guard
I
at
thought
all.
secretly in my
If
heart,
I really had other intentions,
she would have no way to protect
but I had
herself.
at least received a modern
Naturally,
education.
I would not do anything out of
Amid
line.
my messy thoughts,
I slowly closed my eyes
when I
as
woke
well.
up early the
I
next
froze
morning,
on the spot.
Shen Jiayan's sleeping posture was
One
extremely
leg
casual.
was
directly
Her
resting on
hand
me,
was still tightly
and
gripping
my
my
happened
arm.
to be pressed against a soft
She looked
spot
so
on
slender.
her
I did
body.
not expect her
One
to be
hand
so
could
well
not even
endowed.
hold
As
it
soon
all.
as those words
Shen
left
Jiayan
my
woke
mouth,
up.
how did it feel?
Pretty soft. After saying that, I finally
I wanted
reacted.
to
crawl into a crack in
Those
the
words
ground.
were far too blunt.
Although I would like you to
I
continue.
have to go to work at the company.
Drive me there. No problem. Are you not eating breakfast?
I have never had the habit of eating
That
breakfast.
will not do.
Breakfast is a must.
Otherwise, it's very bad
once
for the
had a
stomach and
photographer friend
gallbladder.
who
skipped breakfast
In
for
the
years.
end, he had his
Actually,
gallbladder removed.
I had made that
but
story
skipping
up on the
breakfast
spot.
really is bad for the
I
body.
do not know how to make
I'll do
breakfast.
it. You get ready for work first.
After we washed up briefly,
I walked into the kitchen and got busy.
there was ready-made bacon and eggs
I
in the
casually
fridge.
fried them.
In less than 10 minutes, I made
The
simple
bottle of
sandwiches.
olive oil had
Only
unfamiliar
after
words
checking
printed on
did I
it.
learn it was
seemed
imported
that all
from
the
Italy.
ingredients here were also
It is ready.
extremely
Try it.
expensive.
It looks very appetizing.
By the way, I still have not asked if you have
Is
any
there anything
dietary
you do not
restrictions.
like to eat?
No.
I only dislike celery and bitter melon.
Shen Jian took a big bite of the
And
sandwich.
praised, it tastes very good.
I did not know if she was
Or just
sincerely
being polite
complimenting
out
me.
of the food I made recognized.
Still made me very happy.
I also took a bite.
It tasted almost the same as what I usually
After
made.
breakfast,
I drove her to the company as
When
agreed.
we
arrived at the
all I
underground
saw were
garage,
luxury cars with
pick
license
anyone
plates.
and drive it.
Consider it a gift from
Rich
me.
people really are generous.
Ferraris and Lamborghinis were too flashy.
The style of the Range Rover also did
In
not
the end,
suit me.
that
I
looked like
chose
the
one.
most low-key Cadillac.
Then I sat in the driver's
Suddenly,
seat.
I remembered
that I had left my driver's
it
license
is
at
with
home.
me.
And especially brought it only over yesterday.
I really had my mom to
She
thank.
had really thought of
I started the
everything
car
and turned on the navigation.
You know where the Shen group button is? See me turn on navigation?
Shen Jiayan asked
I
curiously.
basically stay at home
I have
most
never
of the
been
time.
to this area.
It seems the company's publicity
Still
work
has a lot of room for improvement.
She did not mock my confusion
Instead,
at all. She started reflecting on her work.
Of mine really was
Not
especially
long
interesting.
The car arrived at the Shen Group
followed her
building into the elevator
and went straight to the president's
I had
office.
always been
on the
curious.
top floor.
Presidents all preferred to work
After
on
walking
such
to
high
the
floors.
office,
Shen Jiayan went straight behind
Would
the
you like some
desk
coffee?
and sat
Just
down.
a cup
of plain water
Coffee
for me will make me lose sleep.
Okay.
She personally walked
And poured
to
a
the
cup
water
of warm
dispenser
water
for
for
me.
I took a sip.
The temperature of the water
I
was
have
just
already
right.
driven you to the
Can
company.
I go back now? Do you have other plans right now?
Not really.
Then stay here for a while.
Did we not agree to get to know each other more?
Fine. Sitting there with nothing to do was boring
I
anyway.
simply took out my phone and
I
started
even put
playing
on
games.
Bluetooth earphones.
So
I would not disturb her
I do
work.
not know how long
After
I played.
one match ended, I was eliminated by an
The moment
opponent
I raised
with
my
one
head,
shot.
suddenly
That Shen
discovered-
Jiayan had somehow come to stand behind me. I was
Is
startled.
this game fun?
I have never played it before.
I
personally quite like it.
Then teach me when you had time later.
I'm going to a meeting first.
Take your time playing.
After Shen Jiayan left, only I remained in the office. Not long after, there was a knock at the door.
The president is
I
not
originally
here,
did not
but
want
the
to
knocking
respond. Kept going nonstop.
It even messed up my game controls.
I got up, walked over, and opened the
president
door.
went to a
I
meeting.
do not know when she will be
Come
finished.
back
later. After saying that,
But
I
the man
planned
outside
to close
questioned
the door
me.
with
Who are
anger
you?
all
Why
over
are you
his
staying
face.
in Jiayan's office?
And who are you? My identity is not something
If you
get
keep pestering
questioning.
me,
I will
go
call
ahead and
someone.
call.
Let us see who the people in this
I was
company
too
will
lazy
help.
to argue
I walked
with
to the
him.
desk and dialed internal
Security.
line. If you
Someone
are
is
available,
deliberately causing trouble
send
in the
someone over
president's
to
office.
handle arrive immediately.
Please wait.
In less than a minute, several security staff
What
quickly
happened?
came
Who
upstairs.
is causing trouble here?
It is him. He is staying in the president's
I
office
seriously-
without permission. He is a commercial
Trying to
spy
take a chance
sent
to
by
steal
another
secrets.
company.
The other man struck first by making
I
false
merely glanced
accusations.
calmly at the security
Answer.
captain. I have nothing
Wait
to
until
say.
President Shen
After
finishes
saying
her
that
meeting
and started
I
a new
sat
game,
back down.
losing that last round really annoyed
The
me.
security
staff looked me
Then
over.
they
turned to that man and said, "Please leave." What? I am President Shen's
Not
fiancé.
anymore.
Please leave on your own. Otherwise, we can only take forced measures. The man glared at me hatefully. In the end, he turned
Mr.
and
Shu,
left
then
unwillingly.
we will take our leave first.
Thank you for your trouble,
After
everyone.
the
group left, the president's office became
A
quiet
little while
again.
later,
the door was suddenly
it
pushed
startled
open.
me.
My hand movements in the game also
So it is
messed
you.
up.
I thought that person from earlier had come back
What
again.
are you talking about? A man came over and knocked on the door
I
earlier.
said you were not
but he
here.
kept pestering me. I had no choice but to call the
have him
internal line
removed.
and bring
Before leaving,
security
he even
over.
claimed
to be your fiancé. So it was Lu Hangchuan. Looks like it is time to make him leave
heart
the
was
company
full of
completely.
doubt.
I had never told security my surname.
How did they
know my surname was
Do
Shu?
you know
the reason? I stared at Shen Jiayan, trying to see some clue from her expression. Oh, nothing special. I need to start working. Her voice suddenly became flustered. Then she forced herself to stay calm
not
and
ask
threw
any
herself
further.
into work. It was
I will
noon.
ask where the cafeteria
I am a little
is.
hungry.
No need to go to the
I
cafeteria.
have already asked my secretary
eat
to
in
order
the
food.
office.
Soon, a dining cart was pushed in. Looking at the cart full of dishes, I could not help saying, "This is too much
Can
food."
the
two of us finish
I do not know your preferences.
So I simply ordered one of
The two
every
of us
signature
ate
dish
until we
in the
were
restaurant.
full.
Did we barely
Next
finish
time,
all the food? I would definitely
That
order
would be
less.
best.
I was so full that
Fortunately,
I was too lazy
we
to
did not
waste
waste
any
any
food.
It was time to
Shen
get off
Jiayan
work.
and I prepared to drive home. Unexpectedly, we were stopped again
Jiayan,
in the
you
underground
really refuse to
garage.
forgive me?
Lu Hanchuan, do not call me that. It sounds very
I
awkward.
have
already made my attitude
There
very
is no
clear.
possibility
do
between
not
us.
force me to go too
In
far.
what
way is he better than
The
me?
topic
suddenly turned to me. You cannot compare to even
Now,
the slightest
disappear
part
from
of my
him.
sight
Also, go to
immediately. Finance tomorrow to settle
I'm
your
not
salary
sure
by even a cent of
We
the
pay him no
compensation
further
you deserve for
instructions.
leaving.
Straight
away. You have not said anything the
Are
whole
you
way.
feeling uncomfortable?
I believe you can handle these
In
matters
my eyes,
well. He is nothing more than a
cannot
clown. affect my mood
After
at
returning
all.
home.
The two of us tacitly stopped
And that
mentioning Lu
gradually
Hanchuan. Faded completely from
After
our
being
lives.
busy the whole
Her
day,
shoulders were sore
I noticed
and
it
aching,
silently.
but my face remained calm.
Let me massage your shoulders.
I learned professional massage techniques
My family
before.
all said the results were pretty
Shen
good.
Jiayan did not refuse. She relaxed and let me knead her
muscles
shoulders.
here are
really
You
stiff.
must
work very hard usually, right? She let out a soft sound.
I continued massaging her
without
seriously.
letting my
After
mind
the massage
wander.
ended,
She was already covered in
I am
fragrant
going to take
sweat.
a shower.
Do you want to join me?
Forget it.
We have only known each other for such a short time.
That
That
would
would
not
not
be
be
a
a
problem.
problem.
Then
When the time comes, you
Shen
must not
Jiayan
refuse
walked
me.
into the
I only
bathroom.
felt my whole body
I
heating
quickly
up.
poured a glass of
Over
water
the next
to
week,
calm
our
myself
life
down.
together went very
Every day,
harmoniously.
I woke up early
Then
to
we
prepare
went to the company
breakfast for
together.
her.
She focused on handling
While I
work.
played games at the side.
She even specially
A top-spec
added
computer
for me to use
in
whenever
her
I
office.
wanted. We went home
I
together.
helped her
relax her shoulders
At
and
night,
neck. We also slept
the way we
in the
got
same
along
bed.
was just like a couple married
This
for
day
many
happened
years.
to be a day
I had
off.
never liked going
so
out.
Shen Jiayan stayed at home. The
keep me
computer I
company.
had assembled myself,
Although the
had
office
also been
equipment
moved to
was
the new
excellent
setup I had
too.
personally matched, still
I was
felt
teaming
better
up with
to
my
use.
college roommate to play
Shen
games.
Jiayan quietly watched from
Before
the
you
side.
got engaged to me,
What did you usually do on days off?
I basically stayed at the company.
There was nothing
Even
urgent.
I still had to be on standby
I got used
at
to
any
it long
time.
ago.
Being a
president really leaves
Today,
you with no
I
freedom.
will stay
Will
with
that
you
not
and play.
disturb you?
Not
at all. Employees are paid to do their work.
If they cannot even have a complete day off,
Then this company has no reason to exist.
as soon as she finished
Shen
speaking,
Jiang Songran. She looked at me apologetically,
then took her phone outside to answer
I
it.
did not think much of it. There should be private space between us. Just like
I also
me,
did not want her
something
to
is on
see.
my computer.
Less than 2 minutes later,
She returned to the room.
sorry, honey.
Something sudden happened at
I
the
have
company.
to go handle it.
Do you need me to go with you? No. It is only a mistake made
I
by
will
a
go give a few
subordinate.
instructions
As
and
she
come
said
back.
this,
And
she
kissed
leaned
me
closer to
softly
me.
on the
After a
lips.
week of spending
Such
time together,
intimate
gestures had already
Then
become
I am
natural
leaving.
to
Be
us.
careful on the road.
After she left, I continued playing
Not
games.
long
after, I felt
So I
thirsty.
got up and went to the kitchen
The
to pour
intercom
water.
doorbell at the entrance
I walked
suddenly
over
rang.
and
May
answered
I
it.
ask who it is?
Jiayan,
It is me. Open the door and let me in.
she's not at
I
home.
hung up the intercom, but the bell soon rang again.
I already said she's
Who
not here.
exactly
My
are you?
identity has nothing to
Leave
do with
quickly,
you.
otherwise I will notify security.
After hanging up the call,
I opened the door and
sure
glanced
enough,
outside.
the person standing
I had no
outside was
interest
Lu
in him
Han
at all.
Chuan.
Around and closed the
Who
front
knew
door.
the intercom doorbell would keep ringing
I
nonstop?
directly called the security office.
Someone at the entrance is repeatedly
Please
pressing
come
the
over
doorbell
and handle
and
it.
harassing me.
We will arrive
In
immediately.
less than 2 minutes,
The doorbell stopped. I opened the door and
That
looked.
man
had already been taken away
What
by
a
security.
troublesome
Looks
person.
like this matter has to be solved
Not
completely.
long after,
Shen Jiayan came back.
I
told her exactly how Lu
I
Hanchuan had come
explained
to the
everything
and
far
harassed
too
him.
rapidly.
This time, I must teach
This
him a
was
lesson.
one of the
rare times I
I
saw
will
her
leave
get
this
angry.
matter entirely
I
to you.
believed she could handle
Not
it
long
properly.
after,
news
Lu
came.
Hanchuan's whole family
As
had
for
moved
what
away
method
to
Shen
another
Jiayan
city.
did not look Some more
into
time
it.
passed. Shen Jiayan and I officially held
This
our wedding.
wedding
Was even more grand than
was
the
solemn
original
and
engagement
magnificent.
ceremony.
And all
my older
relatives
brother's
and
family
friends,
also
my
came.
both
4-year-old
sides
nephew
attended,
stood in the crowd,
looking blankly at the lively
After the
scene.
experience of being pushed
This time,
onto the stage,
I prepared
and rushed
extremely
extremely
carefully.
was no longer as clumsy and awkward
As for the
as
marriage
it had been
certificate,
before. Obtained it before the
When
wedding.
night fell,
We checked into the wedding hotel's
Next,
room. Naturally came the sweet time belonging
After a
only
round
to
of
the two of us.
intimacy,
Shen Jiayan gently traces circles on my chest.
I also
with her
raised my
fingertips
hand to
Honey,
tease her
you
body.
are amazing. There has always been a question
Back then,
in my heart. It was clearly
why did you
almost an
never
arranged
resist it
marriage
from beginning
Actually,
to end?
To be
I
honest,
had
noticed you a long time ago. Since when? Do you still remember when we
You
were
once
in
saved a
elementary
girl
school?
from a group.
I suddenly realized, could that person have been you?
That is right.
The person you saved
Now,
back then
I
was me.
suppose
I have
I
finally
came to repay
gotten
your
what I
kindness.
wished for. Had already happened
At the
more
time,
than
on my
10
way
years
home
ago.
from
I saw
school
several people forcibly
and trying
dragging
to
a
stuff
girl.
her
I first
into a
called the
van.
police. Seeing that the girl was about to be
I
taken
immediately
away,
picked
up a wooden stick from the
Then,
roadside and
while
hit
they were
one of
panicking,
them. I pulled her and
Fortunately,
ran desperately.
the police
That was
arrived
why
in
we did
time.
not fall into
Later,
danger.
I was
commended for acting
and
bravely
also
for a
received
just
a
cause.
bonus.
Thinking about it now, that money was probably sent by the Shen
So
family.
that is
as
how it
thanks.
was.
But after all these years, were you never
That I
worried?
might not be a good person?
Our family
Has
over
always
all these
secretly
years
paid attention
even the
to
large
you and your
apartment you
family
live in
was
now
developed
by our
I
company.
suddenly understood.
No wonder we got such a big discount when we
So
bought the
there was
house.
this connection
By the
behind
way,
it.
my dad was just talking
Wanting
about
to see his
grandchild
I
soon.
really have to work
Hey,
harder. I turned over and held her in my arms. A new round of intimacy began just like cried out softly in surprise. Then soon responded to me gently. The entire night needed no further words. Only the marks on the bed bore witness to everything. We spent day after day together. Shen Jiayan successfully became pregnant. Were delighted. The mansion also specially added many servants to care for her. Her belly gradually grew larger. It became increasingly inconvenient for her to move around. I took a position at the company, specifically responsible for connecting her with company affairs. I had just parked a car in the company's underground garage and holding a fake weapon suddenly rushed my way. Do not move. I helplessly shook my head. The thing in his hand was clearly a style of the mask. Was also he had not noticed that several bodyguards had already quietly stood behind him. He was pressed to the ground by the bodyguards. As the Shen family's son-in-law, I naturally had special protection whenever I went out in the kidnapped novels. So the bodyguard pulled off that man's mask. His face, I only felt that looked familiar. Have we met before? Who exactly are you? You took everything from me. And now you are pretending not to know me. When did I take anything from you? This is simply ridiculous. The person who should have become the Shen family's son-in-law. It was all because of you. Like this. I remembered now. Yualu. Your name is not important. After more than a year, I already could not remember his full name. The road was one you chose yourself. On the eve of the engagement banquet, the one who insisted on going to the airport to find your beloved. Lu instantly burned with anger. Utterly furious. That was clearly a trap. That woman had already made other plans abroad to end, and I only found out later that all of this was a trap set by the Shen family. It was all to ruin the marriage between Jiayan and me. That is true. The choice was still made by you. Stop blocking my way. I still have matters. The rest can be left to the bodyguards. After saying that, I walked straight into the office building. I went to the hospital and told her what had happened. He said that the woman back then you deliberately arranged. What exactly happened? Shen Jiayan slowly told me the whole truth. Father Shen had never wanted to marry his daughter to Lu Hanquan's father. On top of that, the Lu family joined forces with some Shen family elders. Lu Hanquan was flirtatious by nature. He kept Father Shen secretly contacted that lover of his. He set up the trap on the day of the engagement banquet. Then he smoothly detonated the tape. Lu Hanquan's engagement was ended, and Lu Hanquan no longer had any reason to keep pestering families. I truly could not learn methods like these. It was enough for me to live my present life in peace. I am truly sorry for hiding this from you all along. Will you be angry? I am not angry at all. If it were not for all those twists and turns, how could I have married such a wonderful wife? At this point, the last knot between us was completely untied. Not long after, the children were born safely. They were even an adorable pair of twins. That followed, I returned to a stay-at-home life. Only now, I was no longer alone. I had my wife and two little ones by my side. I patiently taught the children to speak. Dad. Daddy. My son's pronunciation was still a little unclear. Especially quickly. Life was simple and warm. Everything was moving in a beautiful direction. Dinner is ready. Coming. Shen Jiayan and I each picked up one child. Laughter and the whole family sat around and together, enjoyed a warm family dinner.